Uncle Jack Benny, was so elated with Wayne's playing, and he said, "Here, what do you want? You're fantastic." He said, "I want your violin, Uncle Jack." He said, "Okay, here you go." As the story goes, he said, "But you know what? I'd like for you to sign it." He said, "Well, what you want me to sign it with?" Looking around, they couldn't find anything, but they found a beer bottle opener. And that
So he scratched
it in there. And you know what I tell the kids as they go by? I say, "Hey, by the way, that's cursive."
That's right.
And of course, my goodness gracious, Bobby Darin, what can you say about him? Especially with the influences and everything for Wayne, and taking that tuxedo tie and holding it with him until it fell apart in his, down. It would stick it in his shirt pocket and travel with him everywhere. And of course, there it is now. Jackie Gleason. When Wayne was moving and grooving, the television show period, where he did about 8 of them with him and was struggling and trying to make it in New York and survive. But Jackie Gleason was there and said, "Well, but you always have a show to be on." When he passed away in 1994, when Wayne and Kat got married, Jackie Gleason's will said this: "The original pool cue."
Wow, from the movie.
From the movie The Hustler, Minnesota fans. That's right.
Amazing.
Isn't that something? And also Lucille Ball, quick story about the country bumpkin. So CBS wanted to spin it off, like everybody was spinning off during those times. And she said, "If you don't want to become that country bumpkin all the rest of your life, you need to not do that." And of course, Jim Nabors, of course, had got Gomer Pyle, right? And remember, he had beautiful operatic voice. But once he did that, he never got his own television show lasting then. So Wayne said this is the best advice he could have ever given her. And you know what the real kicker was? The fact that Lucille Ball was going to produce it under her Desilu Productions, which means she probably would have made a ton of money, but she felt more for her friend than she did, in his career, than she did for anything else. That's the true redhead right there. Isn't that a beautiful picture?
It is. It's incredible.
It was lost for a while too, and then it was found. I'm like, how can anybody mistake that this belonged to Wayne?
Exactly.
Anyway, so that is a story, moving and grooving from then. And of course, the wonderful, we call it the humanitarian case. And I think just by taking the pictures to go around, it pretty much tells the story of helping people, and also 50 years supporting Opportunity Village here in Las Vegas as well.
I actually went to Opportunity Village and interviewed the guy there, and they spoke about Wayne.
Oh, well, there you go. There you
Sure
go.
did.
There you go. Did they tell you, though, about these Capezios? Did they tell you about Dancing with the Stars season 5? Got kicked off, and got kicked off. But you know what? Like he said, when you're running around in cowboy boots all your life, and then you got to get in one of these and do all that. He said the hardest thing in the whole wide world. But listen, the best thing was dancing with the fantastic Cheryl Burke.
Oh, absolutely.
And retaining that friendship was definitely a glory. Down here, he was asked to perform for the 2007 All-Star Basketball All-Star Game for the NBA. And guess what? They won. And it was wonderful, and the story is he called Kathleen. Kathleen's from the Cleveland, Ohio area, and she said, "That's fabulous. Give me a picture of LeBron." Gotta have that picture. Hence, there's the picture of LeBron. Karate expert, yes he is. License to Kill, all the movies, Vegas Vacation, right? Going all the way on down the line. Talk about 40 films, cameos, and everything else. I mean, there's nobody that doesn't know that face or that voice, right? Then, of course, starting as the Newton brothers at the Fremont, and moving on as Wayne Newton and the Newton brothers, and then, of course, Wayne rocking and rolling, and having to be on 4 billboards at one time, which, of course, all the entertainers used to support each other, but Wayne was in. And another one who kind of gets fought long and forgotten about during that period of time was Lola Falana, because Lola Falana was also the highest paid female entertainer at that time as well. So, and Wayne also helped her with her career too, to get her first headlining job. First told her, "No, you're not ready for the headline," but when she did, well, the rest is history for Lola Falana. And then all the friends that are over here, from the Gatlin brothers to his good friends. There's a young Neil McCoy, excuse me, not Neil McCoy, but Blake Shelton right there.
And Neil McCoy.
Oh yeah, and Neil McCoy, of course. And then a young Aaron, first starter, who said, "Let's do the Jackson 5. Let's see. I want to meet them." And there you go. absolutely there. Gatton Brothers, look at that. ZZ Top, and on and on. Of course, Wayne is a big sports fanatic, which I'm sure I haven't seen him recently, but I know he's crying the blues about the Cubs. First movie, 80 Steps to Jonah, kind of a Disney-esque type of movie. Saw it years and years and years and years ago, right? Where he befriended some children from a blind facility, and but just a quaint story. And people were talking about, he sure was big back then, right? But it's a good movie. And of course, he made some remarks saying that he didn't know what he was thinking about when he was having some of his outfits made. That's why he went back to just using very classy and simple things. But I got to tell you, I think all of the outfits that signify not only his Native American heritage and everything else looked pretty groovy back in the day. Now that cape right there was designed by the wonderful Kathy Smith, who also did Dances with Wolves with Kevin Costner as movies too. And that shows you the turkey feathers, peacock feathers, and quite naturally eagle feathers, which only he could have.
Incredible.
Not you and I. I was talking about tossing out that first ball in 2014, so he thought that he had the Cubs win. And then again, the outfits that are here that he has worn throughout the years. And those pictures show him as the clown, loving clowns. And Emmett Kelly Sr. is the one who actually taught him how to put on that face makeup without a mirror, which Frank Maria has one of his persons doing his show as well. And in fact, he has these pictures, he has no footage. So if anybody ever has any footage, better give everybody a call in regards, because he'd love to have it. And we put that out.
Amazing.
Then the beautiful Eagles belt. Zuni Indians of Utah created it for him, and it's mother of pearl, and it's tortoise shell, and it's the sterling silver, and the diamond in the eye. Isn't that beautiful? Just beautiful. It's like a 5-6 pounds going on around to carry with you.
Yeah, that thing's large.
It's large, isn't it? But when you go from that to over 200 pounds, then that becomes a whole nother different thing. And in this case, a Polish influence, if you will, a gentleman who put these beautiful saddles together, and they weigh over 200 some odd pounds. So you can imagine. But I can tell you, they've never been on an Arabian around here, and I would also think that any type of other horse, even a Clydesdale, would say no. But it mostly captures the beauty behind. There it is, Aramis, the one and only Aramis. You know, you talk about Trigger, you talk about Champion, fantastic horses. But look at that pose. Who can pose like a Heisman Trophy winner like Aramis could do?
Amazing.
Amazing horse. And Wayne always mentions the fact of how he would just perk up, even down to the end. He would just always perk up and let him know everything's all right. Beautiful horse. So with that, moving and grooving along, I think we're ready for a shuttle. And if you have any questions, we'll move on to the mansion.
Yeah, let's go.
Fantastic. Okay, well, looks like we're music.
Nice to meet you, my friend. Great to see you, John. Appreciate that story.
All right, we're back.
All right. Mansion. Oh, Curtis. Yeah, boy, I tell you. Rock and roll. So
What is those words out there? Is that something you could see?
Tour Casa de Shenandoah. That is what you see from the play.
Oh, okay.
Because we're always waving and all the rest of that, so that's what's going on with that. And as we're going through where the horses are around here, we have our 3 beautiful pastures and our 3 round pens, and this to the right is the barn where the main horses are. Curving around to your left is the actual mare's barn, where the babies and everybody's right here. In fact, a couple of shows their heads, I'm sure.
Look at them.
There we go.
They're looking out.
And
They're
there's
beautiful.
also the first 5.
And these are all Arabians.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And you got a little show area here.
Absolutely, that's the show route. And to your right here is the horses swimming pool right there. It's 14 feet deep. And when they go around one revolution, it's considered 5 miles.
Wow.
ONC, therapeutic, and everything else. Now we're turning on the first original 5 acres. And there's a beautiful, beautiful, is he out? Is he in?
They might have took him in.
I think they took him in, Donkey Shane. Donkey Shane.
And he's a donkey named Donkey Shane?
Mini horse, yeah, he's mini horse and donkey.
And that ain't even the bad part about him. He looks like a cow.
He looks like a cow, right?
Really?
Exactly. Exactly. Those are the mommies. And
That is funny.
It's so funny. And this is the family home, the original family home, 1966.
So before they built the big mansion.
Correct. That's it, right there.
So they lived
Dad,
right here.
Exactly. Mom, Dad, Wayne, and Jerry, and later on, Wayne and Elaine, first wife, until the mansion was built.
What are they doing over there? They're having some kind of outdoor event?
Yes, we have a whole bunch of things going on. Weddings and
Really? So those are animals,
yeah.
birds?
This is the exotics. This is our exotics. This
Very
has
cool.
wallabies. It has boo. It has boo, our capuchin monkey, or we call him Wayne's son, if you will. African cranes.
Call him Wayne's son.
We call him Wayne's son. African cranes and whatnot as well.
Incredible.
They're in already. And we are going over to the mansion.
Awesome. Thank you so much, my friend.
All right now.
Okay, Curtis. Hollering in a minute.
Just throw my phone out.
I got it. I got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ready. So, of
Friends,
course,
this
the
is Wayne
hangover-
Newton's mansion, right?
Oh yeah. And of course the hangover was with Mike Tyson and them over the other side where he lived. And of course Vegas Vacation shot here. And several other movies and videos, if you will.
So, but they didn't really run the truck into the house.
No. But they did do the spaghetti scene in the front room.
Did they really?
The living room. I'll show you that too.
Incredible.
Absolutely, we'll show you that. Just a
So
beautiful
where would
property.
Wayne park? Is there a garage closer to the house?
Well, beside that one over there, you just go and pull up right here.
Oh, so this is a driveway?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. These airplanes are all over the top of the house.
And that is his daughter.
Really?
And that's Guillermo. Wait,
Hey, Junior,
for the
how you
cameras,
doing?
everybody.
This is
Hello,
Lisa.
darling. How are you?
Hey there, how
Doing
you
pretty
doing?
good. Hi, how you doing, sir?
Doing great.
Hi. You enjoying everything? Yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And before there were the Bellagio waters, Wayne
There were
waters.
Wayne's waters. Incredible. Would you take my picture right here?
I most certainly will. And as we enter, there's a couple of tours in here too. So,
Okay.
but we're starting there. Hi, everybody. Come on out, beautiful. Hi, everybody. Come on.
Wayne Newton doorbell.
Yeah, but it doesn't ring right now. But hey, beautiful. I was getting ready to walk with them, having to come here and walk around with them. Are those yours? No, they're not. Okay, good. Yeah, those are mine. Those you okay? Well, they're all right.
We're having an event back there. I know.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So this is the foyer.
I remember seeing this.
So this is the foyer.
Incredible.
So the foyer piece of it is interesting. Here's the fact. The butterfly staircase was not originally just made. It was made out of this material, crystal type of material. And of course, before the fact that we had all the different things that went on with Sylvia was called.
I'm looking for somebody. Sorry.
In a wheelchair? Oh, no.
You're the best.
And so the stairs, we also illuminated. Which also meant that if somebody came in too late at night, just you didn't know they were coming, you'd hit these stairs and you'd go, John Fisher. And
Really?
you have music playing as well.
Incredible.
To let anybody know, what a beautiful lady. Fantastic. What do you think of the house? Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
This is where this was filmed.
It was filmed right in here.
And they were also married as well in here, 1994.
That's beautiful. Amazing. Wow.
I'll move you around.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the dining area. Wayne designed the china that you see here. It is absolutely gorgeous. It was also made for him by Meissen, but it is a Wayne Newton.
Incredible.
Just absolutely beautiful. And when you see that the bookends of this room belong to Napoleon Earlings, or if you will, not Napoleons, but certainly from the Napoleon era. As you see. And as you move around, Wayne always wanted to be in the center of the attraction. He didn't want to be on the outskirts of that. So President Reagan, Nancy Reagan, or whomever would be at the heads of the table, and he would be a part of the conversation, if you will.
In the middle.
In the middle.
So he would normally sit here.
Anywhere around.
Okay,
He
in the
always
middle.
would be in the middle of the conversation. That's what he would do. And then beautiful, beautiful other things and items of interest is this beautiful portrait painting from President Ford and Betty Ford.
Awesome.
And a wonderful, when you go into the art history piece, here's a Marc Chagall,
Chicago. Wow.
Carpe de Montel, figurine along with the top of that, and Renoir.
That's a real
That's a real
Renoir.
Renoir there.
Amazing.
Real Renoir was thought that maybe it wasn't because of the fact of the thickness of the paint and all the rest of that, but after having it x-rayed, it was beyond a shadow of a doubt. And this beautiful Renoir is
Perfect.
perfect. Priceless.
Yeah.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Now that was my first daughter's
So this is the
reaction
red
to the red room. My second daughter's reaction.
He also
to the
has a
red
video
room
that he
was,
shows and talks about
Daddy,
the
I need a meeting
had he
with you and
been,
Mom. Could we go in the red room? I now know how my first daughter
Here,
felt.
talk about the artesian wells in
The
this
Casa
piece.
de Shenandoah. Now you might wonder why someone would name their home the Shenandoah. Well, being half Indian, Shenandoah is an Indian word for home of beauty. Now when we started building the Casa de Shenandoah, I personally designed it. Right or wrong, I designed it. And I decided that I want the garage underneath the home. And so you would drive in one end and drive out the other with an elevator coming up to the first floor. And we went down 10 feet and hit water. And that's the first time we realized that the entire property is full of artesian wells. And as you walk around my home, you will come in contact with antiques of all kinds, from
And
all
also he's
places.
talking
And
about
I even
antiques
found
and
a
things,
crystal pool table in India. And it had been out on the veranda of a palace for the pigeons to rest on for probably 100 years. And I bought it and brought it home. So the pool table might have some remnants of a pigeon, but I doubt it.
But I doubt it too. So he has other very, very interesting artifacts. We would be here all day and night, but I got to tell you, so many eclectic things to take a look at. One of which, of course, is Robert E. Lee's personal handgun that's up here.
Really?
This is something that, of course, is every collector's wannabe list, if you will, or bucket list, and that's one of them for sure. Along with his beautiful Native American heritage, along with the fact that back in the day, I'm talking about this being FDR's desk.
Really?
This was his desk when he was practicing law. And he saw it in a sale, Wayne did, and purchased it. And those are booked in by these beautiful robes that, of course, being blessed by the Pope in the Vatican and whatnot. These are the robes that she's worn for the different ceremonies. Another interesting thing is the fact that Frank Sinatra never forgot his birthday. So, hence another present, Thor. Sweet, sweet Thor was an itsy bitsy little baby and grew up to be a Rottweiler of they say anywhere between 120 and 160 pounds.
Wow.
I guess depending on what time of the year it was. But for sure, he ruled this nest for 13 years.
Wow.
The challenge coins that you see here, of course, are given to any naval person or first response for bravery, for just all sorts of things, friendship, and of course the bottom line is I ask every single military person who comes through the door, by the way, whose dinner have you brought lately? Because if you don't have your challenge coin, and I challenge you, you have to buy dinner. And it was so funny because I was on one of the tours and one captain pulled his out of his pocket and said, I've got one, so who's buying me dinner today? Oh, it was hilarious. Anyway, moving and grooving along, the wonderful clowns that he loves and adores, and of course all the people that moved around. Here is Mr. Louis Belsom, who taught Wayne how to play the drums. His second wife, which is Lorraine, because of course the first wife was the magnificent Miss Pearl Bailey, as we speak of. And hey, moving and grooving along, what about Vegas Vacation, where the spaghetti scene was filmed with he and Beverly D'Angelo right in that living room. How about that?
Fantastic.
Huh? The other thing that I had to point out too is a fantastic thing to see is if I were to ask you,
John Lennon?
No, what if I said spectacles and he hung out with the founding fathers?
Oh, Benjamin Franklin.
There you go. Those are
Oh,
his.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's incredible.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin, and the fact that he also created the bifocals, if I remember correctly.
He did.
And a
the
whole
post
bunch
office.
of stuff. Right. A whole bunch of goodies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we always have a fun time. We always have a fun time with that. We have a fun time
That's a
with
TV in there.
That is
Yeah.
like Meet the Swinger, the original.
Wow.
There it is.
Very cool. Can I take a
see?
Let me shoot a picture of that. That is very cool.
That is cool, and I show
That
the
is.
young people. See, it's interesting too because you want to make the connection with the young people too. You know,
Yeah.
the conversation always is, especially if we have Lauren with us or whatever, is how do you keep the young generation involved? I say, well, guess what? J-Lo and all the rest of them wouldn't even have anything in regards to that if it hadn't been for Wayne,
That's right.
Liberace, and all the rest of who were the originals and finding and having those wonderful things called residencies. Frank Sinatra, Sammy, all included, of course.
Back there.
This is
That's
actually.
an oversized pool table.
This is a snooker's table, and
Snooker.
before we move and groove here, this was the wine cellar. I'll just open it quickly and close it back. That's the wine cellar down there.
Oh,
It
wow,
looks
it's
like
down.
Pirates of the Caribbean or
Let me turn
whatever.
the light on.
Yeah, so
There you
that's
go. Look at that.
that's the wine cellar.
Awesome.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
Just beautiful. Of course, safe houses were a big thing as well. This was a safe house, but it was turned into office for cat. Or cat.
So you're saying it was like a secret room,
Exactly. They call them safe houses. Or safe rooms, if you will.
safe room.
And she turned it into her office so she could be a stay-at-home mom.
Amazing. So they just had it where you could slip into the back of that cabinet.
And there's the beautiful wedding that happened here with them. And this is Erin. That's the oldest.
The oldest.
daughter, yes. Other thing of grand interest in looking at, and Erin and Lauren, who was with me earlier, The different pictures of like Aramis over there with Aaron, and there's Lauren when she was out doing her thing. Of course, in fact, she's running around here, 15 years old, and she's fantastic. She's fantastic. The beautiful, beautiful, if you will. There's a picture, a little picture of what the staircase looks like, and then that's, of course, a young Aaron and, of course, a young Lauren. So the pictures reflect all of that.
So how many children total?
So he has 2 daughters and 2 grandsons.
2 daughters and 2
Because
grandsons.
Erin is the mom of the 2 grandsons.
Amazing.
And then as you move around, there's Big Eyes. The story of Margaret and
Yes.
Walter King. There's the Big Eye collection of Wayne's.
Yeah, that lady, everything she did was Big Eye.
That's right.
I actually saw the movie.
Right, with the husband and everything else. Walter tried to take her life.
We're from San Francisco, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
And then that's a little picture that she painted for Wayne of the Arabian and the penguin and then the big dog and everything else.
That is really cool. I mean, that's a real thing.
Oh, that's a real thing. And all the Red Skeletons, of course. And of course, Evan Kelly Sr. and Bozo the Clown and Otis Clarabelle. Red Skeleton himself is Freddie the Freeloader, right? And then Lucille Ball, and then a rendering of him. Here's another interesting piece for you. How about Christ in
That's
burlap?
Jesus. Look at that.
How about that? Isn't that amazing?
It really is.
Interesting pics and thoughts that went behind pulling all this together.
It is. Just a beautiful place.
Isn't it beautiful?
Another bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
You said there was a lot of bathrooms in
There's
there.
6 bathrooms, including the public restroom, and those are the 2 half baths.
So they're having a party.
And so this is the Waniacs.
Oh, these are
These
Waniacs?
are Waniacs right there.
Wow.
These are the Waniacs.
So that's a gathering of the Waniacs, friend.
Waniacs. Those are the actual Waniacs. I don't know if Wayne's out there, but I know those are the Waniacs. But I'm sure he'd be making an appearance if he hadn't done all
Man,
that.
if Wayne is out there, that'd be incredible.
And this is where they were married. And asked the Catholic Church if they could do that. And then we also have, of course, Vegas Vacation, which was shot in this area as well.
So it was shot right here.
Absolutely, Beverly D'Angelo in the spaghetti scene. And then also when they were married too, they had the wonderful string quartet that was up there. They had to mute the strings. That's a Francois clock that's there. And the beautiful courting couches. How about the courting couches? It's hard for you to check them out and see
Amazing.
them. Yeah, courting couches. And then the piano that's over there, he said it wasn't really anything special about it, except he liked it, and it's over 200 years old. Then again, the beautiful Baccarat glass, which a couple of peacocks, or a peacock came in here and knocked over two of the globes on it, and it couldn't be replaced. So it was told, well, you know what, you probably need to turn them around so they don't look, a certain way. He said, guess what? That's what happens when you have pets.
That's right.
Leave my
Especially
mind alone.
peacocks.
There you go. And as you can see, all the other beautiful, beautiful effects that there are in here. Next, on the way down the line, did you know that they were also on Family Feud? The Richard Dawson Day Family Feud. And of course, there's Wayne, and there's Kat, and there's mother-in-law, Miss Marilyn, and there's Aaron right there, and then Sister Trish.
Amazing.
And as we're moving and grooving along here, this is the chef's kitchen. So the chef's kitchen is just that, functional. Upgrades included the top table, countertop, and also the flooring as well. But everything else pretty much remains the same. And do get shot in that cute little cookie jar that Fred has made. For
Looks
them.
like
That,
Picasso.
right?
Very cool.
1974-76, state-of-the-art communication center that's over here. Original for 52 acres. Moving and grooving along, the elevator that might have made it to the garage, but it didn't. Instead, it goes upstairs.
It does
But
go
we don't
up.
use it. It does go
Yeah.
up, but we haven't. We don't utilize it. And then of course,
Freezer.
Falcon freezer, and then the butler pantry.
Then the butler pantry. Very cool.
The final phases is we'll take a little look upstairs
Okay.
and get a glimpse. It's a great house, though.
Oh, it's amazing.
I don't know, because it has so much light. I love light.
Do as well.
So this is the master bedroom.
This is Wayne's bedroom.
This was Wayne and Kat's bedroom, and the fact that they originally took their bed out, because that bed is not like for 6 feet and so many inches of hair, if you will, but it's beautiful. And further back is Kathleen's dressing room and the bathroom area, and Wayne's same thing, bathroom and dressing room area. And look at the Swarovski, beautiful peacocks.
Yeah. Amazing.
Behind you is also a little letter piece from Barbara Sinatra. I mean, Barbara, right there. Yeah.
Very cool.
And then a beautiful shot right here, overhead.
It really is. There's the Wayniacs out there, friends. That is incredible that
Those
they're
are
here.
they. Oh,
How
yeah.
often do they come?
They come as often as they can.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Once a year, twice a year?
Oh, it just depends on when they book it. Because they're all over, you know. And then in here, this was Sister Barbara's room. The governess who took care of Erin for her 18 years, helped Wayne. And you see the carrier right there that he brought from India, they put the slats in and used to carry the little emperors and empresses and things. He thought that would really be a nice piece to have right in the midst of that. And the beautiful crystal beds, which were the original beds, but replacing with these beautiful crystal beds and things.
That's a big room.
It's a big room. Now the final room I'm going to show you is a room that was the first 18 years.
I'm sorry, I didn't shoot a picture, I'm sorry.
Oh, sure. No.
I was mesmerized, so I didn't,
Sure.
I missed it.
It's a lot. It's okay.
It is.
And then in this, the final room is the room that was 18 years for Erin, and now this is the 15-year-old time capsule for Lauren.
Wow. Yeah, this is a big room too.
It's a big room too, and he always thought that this was going to be a child's room, so that's why he had it spacious the way he did. And you see the prim and all the rest of that.
Awesome.
Another cool picture, if you will. She loved fairies. Take a look at the under the sea right here. Under sea, Winnie the Pooh. You know, just little trinkets.
Little stuff.
Little stuff that makes it real cool. And of course, look at her.
Amazing.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Beautiful. So just storage, just closets.
That's all. No bowling alleys, no basketball court, no studio. You see the only instrument that you see in here is the one you just saw downstairs. This is home.
Yeah.
And it also allowed for the fact, because of the additional homes that they had, they were the perfect guests, hosts, all of that. Because now that's the Thanksgiving, well, might as well say the holidays, if you will. Then your guests could stay in their own homes, and you'd be the best host and hostess of the whole world.
Incredible.
So what we'll do, without going down in the middle of the beautiful Wayniacs, I will take you out on the porch so you can take a shot.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah, if Wayne showed up, that would be unbelievable.
Connie, can I help? You okay? Can I help?
No, we're good. Well, we're good, but
Oh, okay.
So friends, we are going out the back door, and I want you to look right here. That's Casa de Shenandoah. Those are actually Wayniacs. Yes, Wayniacs are actually a real thing. This is his backyard. That is like a little pond. You can see the swimming pool right there. Live peacocks, beautiful horses, just a beautiful place. I hope you enjoyed this tour. And the biggest thing I was shocked with is that Wayniacs are a real thing. I'm not saying I'm shocked that Wayne has fans. I'm just saying that I didn't realize that it was a thing. Waniacs were there at Wayne's house, sitting around the swimming pool, eating, waiting for him to come meet up with them. So I missed him that day, but you never know. Tighten up and see him again.